Hi everyone, welcome to Bear's Touch Intuitive. It's Monday, August 28th, and we're just gonna jump right into your reading. Got this lovely like boat picture for my Scorpio water signs. Let's get to it. So today for Miracle Monday, I'd like to embrace the energy of accepting miracles into our lives is like a regular occurrence from the universe and spirit. So spirit, please protect this reading. Show us how we can embrace the energy of miracles into our lives. Maybe we'll just take all of those. That's kind of a lot. That's okay. All of these wanted to come out. So we have disappointment, the Five of Cups. This is Scorpio energy here. What I love about this card and what I always say about this card is that disappointment is sort of like the mud that the lotuses grow out of. And you can see there's some sort of like blood in this water down here, almost like veins. And this is like the stuff that you've put your blood, sweat, and tears into. Maybe not working out initially and then teaching you essentially what you need to do or what kind of adjustments you need to make in order for those things to work out. We have lust, pleasure, oppression, Ten of Wands. We have the Six of Swords, science, wealth. You see your Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Magician. Well, that seems like a pretty good energy all around. The initial feeling I'm getting from this reading is embracing the primordial energy of your desires by overcoming whatever disappointments you've experienced in the past. And maybe the disappointments are like you've chased your desires before, or you've like followed your beauty way before and it ended up in disappointment. Basically learning from this an element of discernment about what it is you desire and why has taught you that you can follow your desires, your pleasure, your bliss, the way Joseph Campbell suggested we should, and your pleasure. This is the Sun in Scorpio. You have two Scorpio ruled cards here. Instead of oppressing yourself and you're oppressing your desires, following them is going to lead you, like you've created a science out of this. You've created a science out of following the beauty way by experiencing these disappointments and learning discernment and being able to understand what it is you want, why you want it, and how to get it. So you're going to get your Ten of Pentacles. This Knight of Swords and this Knight of Cups feel like people who are crossing your situation here. And you're also in the Magician energy. Let's see here. I think we'll use the tarot to clarify. I want to pull one more. Queen of Swords. Okay. So you have the Knight and the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Cups. And the Ace of Wands wanted to come out sideways. So what I'm intuiting from these cards here is you want to be careful of balancing your energies, essentially. Like you might get an emotional offer from somebody that is designed, maybe not intentionally, but as like a test maybe from the universe to stand in the way of this like new beginning in your creativity and your creations and your fire that comes from following the beauty way or the path of your bliss. And all of these tools are hard won. Science, as far as the swords go, it says Aquarius energy, Ten of Pentacles, I think Virgo energy, Sagittarius. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius who's sort of like the voice in the back of your head who's having you second guess yourself. Okay, what I'm getting is that you want to be in balanced energies. Like your fire might be too overwhelming for some people, and they might like verbally, like they might snap at you, or you might snap at others a little bit, like become a little bit like on it, just snappy is what I'm getting. So tarot. But whatever this Knight of Cups is also is going to, oh, with the peacock, somebody maybe like peacocking, maybe like flashy, bringing in an offer that's emotional for you might also like ignite this Ace of Wands in a way that allows you to put your science, like the way you're able to like use your mind and your emotions, the Magician on the bottom, and all of your tools. It just wants to stay there to manifest what it is you've been trying to manifest. Like literally this Lust card, this woman is just relaxing into her pleasure, essentially. She's just chilling and reclining and like holding the cup of creation up above her. So your job right now, Scorpio, as far as I can see, is to stay in the beauty way, learn from the disappointments that you've encountered, and know that they are the blessings that have brought this beautiful like energy to you, and this beautiful like 10 of Pentacles coming in, and the mental fortitude that you've acquired to be able to reason this disappointment essentially into your blessings. And the people who are coming into your life, they might be bringing messages. The Empress, interesting. Yeah, your Empress energy, Divine Feminine energy. You are in a super magnetic, attractive, receptive energy. And this is like new for you because you're used to taking action to get things done. Maybe even like definitely a more like Divine Masculine kind of energy. 3 of Wands, your ship's coming in. Sorry, the card like slid off of the tarot deck from the top, like it wanted me to pick it up, like Spirit wanted me to pick it up. So this Tower for you is literally just being able to be in your receptive, magnetic, like attraction, law of attraction energy. Really having faith in the divine, being in alignment, and following your bliss and your pleasure. I think as Scorpios, we're used to those dark, like shadowy, taboo, under the water, murky, muddy places that the lotuses come from. And it's a little bit harder for us to be in this like Sun and Scorpio pleasure card energy. You have 6s, you have 10s, 3s, 1, 11. 1, 1, 11. So you might be saying 1, 11, 3s, 6s, and 10s, completions, especially in the realm of like whatever you've been creating, bringing in wealth for you, material wealth. So this tower is going to be a good tower. And it may even be related to also what it is that you desire. Like you're getting more clarity on your desires, what those are, why you want those things, and like seeing them in a way that's more rounded and more practical, instead of just being like, I want $1 million, you know, or whatever. You're understanding like pleasure comes from more than just your material wealth. It comes also from your creations. It comes from your ability to see the situation that you're in as one that is abundant and fertile, and also your emotional well-being and your mental capacity to stay balanced are abundance for you in this time. Let's see, why are these Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords here for Scorpio? Why is this Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords here for Scorpio? What's this? Another four of Pentacles. Okay. So this Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords energy is maybe the more discerning part of you, thinking that you have to hold on tight to your resources or be selfish or be reserved. And Why is this Four of Pentacles coming up with this Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords? It may also be somebody in your life. I don't know if this is necessarily your energy. Divorce, perhaps. You could be going through a separation with somebody who is making you feel like you need to be reserved or defensive. Ten of Pentacles. Again, that's just like another clarification. But you're actually in your Ten of Pentacles, Page of Wands reversed, and the Star with the Sun at the bottom. That was a lot of stuff to come out all of a sudden. Okay. So you have this like wish fulfillment card. She's able to use her emotional energy to basically like intuit the movement of the celestial spheres. This was coming through with the Star today. This is your ships coming in. The idea that you're able to intuit sort of the right moment, right time, and where to put your emotional energy like into your creations, which is I think why it's on this Three of Wands and this Six of Swords here. The Page of Wands, he likes to go on adventures. He's starting a new journey. He is the bringer of messages, especially like creative, like passionate new beginnings. With the Sun in reverse. This is so strange. So I think that the Ten of Pentacles on top of the Ten of Pentacles here with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands being clarified, there's something to do with partnership being undone, or something to do with your view of what partnership means. Maybe not romantic partnership, but like just how you interact with the people around you, that is allowing you to basically, you're getting your Ten of Pentacles by protecting your material resources. So you might be coming into some sort of material wealth or some sort of inheritance or like wish fulfillment, like a blessing, like your ships are coming in through. So I think what's coming through is, in fact, what's coming through is that you perhaps in the past thought that you were happier in some sort of community or commitment with others that is or isn't working out or didn't work out, which is like why this Four of Wands is here in separation. And this is actually good for the people or the group of people you were surrounded by. King of Pentacles. And this group of people or the person you were surrounded by is represented by the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So it might actually be like a couple of people. And what I'm seeing is that this King of Cups is this emotional offer from this Queen of Cups and this King of Pentacles and this Page of Wands. So you might have been dealing with even like 3 other people, like a parental figures and like a younger male or somebody in their masculine energy. And they're sort of like in celebration for this tower that occurred for you, but you're in your fertile like Empress energy. You're following the beauty way. You're like getting your wish fulfillment and your Ten of Pentacles on top of Ten of Pentacles, because you're like a magician. So this is like working out for everyone involved. And so this is your Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. You're being able to protect yourself and use your discernment, and you're having like the last word in something, and it has to do with your creations or what you've been creating. The devil wants to come out here. You might be dealing with a Capricorn. And you might also be creating something. There's an upside down pentagram here on the disappointment card, and an upside down pentagram here on top of the devil. So you might have been dealing with like some devil energies, some addiction, some sort of like taboo. What is this? Four of Pentacles and devil energy. I feel like this is someone else. I feel like you have like a lot of people in this situation. There's three over here, represented by the Queen of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. And then, whoop, there's this Four of Pentacles with the devil. And then you have the Magician and the Empress and the Star and the Tower. Like, this is you and your Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles energy. This is like a lot going on. You might have been dealing, this is so strange. You might have been dealing with like a coven of people, like people who were in a coven who were like happy about this devil energy, holding on to their pentacles, but like this devil energy holding on to their pentacles, I think was these people thought this person was associated with you, but they're not. This person's just kind of out on their own, and these people are sort of doing their own thing, and you're doing your own thing. So there's someone here who's like helped to catalyze this, but like isn't really involved, if that makes any sense. I hope this is making sense. This card wants to come out. Knight of Cups again. So this person, whoever this Four of Pentacles devil energy is the one who's going to bring you this emotional offer. And this is going to reignite your like primordial fire. Because I think it's going to like reveal some information about the undoing of this like community, or like even this sort of like coven energy that's like opposing yours. And neither seems bad really, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, this is so crazy. This is like so much going on. I'm going to clear up this board and we'll get a little bit of clarification. I want to use the Lenormand deck, I think, because it seems like there's a lot of people here, and I like the Lenormand deck because of its kind of, it feels like a socialite deck, if that makes sense. It feels like every time I bring out the pictures from the Lenormand deck, it's like picking up Downton Abbey or something. There's the garden and the male and the woman. Anyway, here we go. Please clarify this reading that has to do with all these people for Scorpio. Okay. 13. This is specifically, it says an ill-bred male. So you might have been dealing with something regarding like generational inheritance, especially I want to say like material and emotional, like maybe because maybe you were dealing with like an entitled family inheritance, some sort of like all these want to come out. This is so interesting. Okay, and there's a lot of male energy here. So this is a young man, even though he's wearing a dress. And the Jack of Swords, 1, 16, 6, 13. So you have more sixes. Ships coming in, man reversed, and the Star. So I think that there was somebody, a message coming for you. regarding your marriage or commitments. A book, an anchor, becoming unanchored. 26, 25, 35, 27. All right, so there's been some message regarding your wish fulfillment that's been held back from you, especially perhaps regarding a child or an immature man or male figure or somebody who's in immature masculine energy. This fair-minded liberal person is going to perhaps be the one to give you this message. This could be like a legal situation, especially with the Four of Wands that was reversed over here and the Ring reversed. You might definitely be going through a divorce or some sort of like custody battle with your kid, and you're going to get a message that's going to allow you to like see the story. Oh my gosh, this is occult. This is the occult. This is coming through again and again. Like, you were dealing with, like, maybe even a cult, like a cult, an actual cult was like part of this separation that you were in and this like undoing. And like the sun reverse means like that is coming to light, and that's part of this message that's coming in for you, is that you were perhaps being like targeted by like a cult. That's crazy. And you're going to be allowed to see this and like rewrite the story of like what happened with your sort of instability. So this anchor reversed with this message and the Ring reversed is indicating to me like this came up in reading last week, and I'm like hesitant to even say it because it's like kind of messed up, but it's indicating like somebody really wanted to like get rid of you, or to like dispose of you, like, because this indicates safety in reverse in the Tower. Here we go. So this is gonna come to light, and it's gonna be like shocking perhaps, but it's gonna be good for you, if that makes sense. Page of Cups. This person in their Five of Swords energy, yeah. With the Two of Pentacles, Hierophant, Justice, message, planting seeds for choices. Yeah, so you're going to be disappointed about receiving this message, but it's going to help you to like understand how the seeds that you've been planting for your new life have culminated in this sort of like you're going to be able to start a new business, or like new undertakings for business, the divorce sort of process, or marriage like contract, whatever this contract is that you were in, whether even if it was like a soul contract perhaps, is gonna come to light and go in your favor. And then this Two of Pentacles is indicating some sort of like, what I'm getting is maybe like bound, because it's in the infinity symbol, like somebody has you bound financially, or like you were being juggled financially, and that's part of perhaps this like relationship or commitment you were in. It might also be like a business relationship because of the Page of Cups here, but there were some injustices, especially regarding your wish fulfillment, coming from this like disdainful person who thinks that they're gonna like win out, that they've sort of like cast you off or cast off these enemies. But there's like this message coming in, especially about a child or an immature male figure, that's going to balance things out and I think accelerate this process, whether it be legal or simply like a contract in business. We'll pull a clarifier. I keep feeling like when I end these readings, like there's something sort of hanging in the air, like needing to be said. And I think it's this message that's supposed to be coming for you that's been delayed. It's almost like the war's over, but you're in the jungle and the message never came to you. Like, you know, those people who, like the Japanese soldiers who disappeared into the jungle and then they weren't discovered until like 27 years after the war. It's like the war's been over for a while and like you just haven't, the message just hasn't come through yet for you. And when it does, you're going to be like, oh, and it's going to be like enlightening and surprising and disappointing all at once, but it's going to be a new beginning for you that's going to help you move forward. What is this? Oh, okay, this is what I want to ask. What is this delay? What is this delay? Which one do I want to use? This one. What is this delayed message? Okay, that came right out. The spiral. What the heck? With a 5 again? The spiral. Why does the spiral keep coming out for this delayed message? Why does the spiral keep coming out for this delayed message for Scorpio? What in the heck? It has to do with like generational inheritance. I keep hearing inheritance. Generational inheritance. Why is the message about the spiral here for Scorpio? There's a ring there. 9 of Pentacles reversed, the Hangman reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, 2 of Wands reversed. What the heck? Okay, I had the Magician at the bottom with this 5 of Swords again. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that okay, I think I see 2. Yeah, okay, perfect. So what I'm seeing, just to end this reading out for clarification, is that this spiral is you. You're out of the war, right? And it's like your subconscious may know that the war's over. Like you're in the jungle and it's been like 20 years and the war's been over and nobody's gotten the message to you. But like your subconscious knows. And you are like, there's no way that like we even had the resources to be at war for the next 20 years. So it's got to be over. But you're so used to this in your mind and in your like emotions that you haven't yet like accepted this. And this 6 of Cups at the center of our clarification at the end here, with all of the 6s you had on the board, like the pleasure and the disappointment, the 6 of Swords, plus all of the swords that were here before and the swords here now with the Knight of Swords and your 2 of Swords, is indicating to me that this energy of like wanting to reconcile maybe is one that you've gone over and over and over, like especially with the marriage card there and the Hierophant indicating divorce or contracts. Like you wanted to go back at some point, or like you you did everything you could basically to reconcile a situation that didn't reconcile, and like it's been putting you in this energy of this spiral of like, you have this new emotional beginning, you're on your own, you're feeling great, and then you're having to sort of like defend this position that you're in that's new, and you're doing that by like utilizing your intellect to like create a pattern of thoughts that's sort of establishing this new beginning into your somatic archaeology, instead of just you deluding yourself. It's like something you're coming to believe in as it manifests in your physical reality and in like your endocrine system. Like you're basically resetting your sort of fight or flight instinct. And then you get to this point of sort of wondering, like, is this really the last word? Is this really like the end? Has this situation really ended? Are we really beyond reconciliation? And then you sort of get these like incoming waves of like what ifs that occur that bring you back to this place of like, well, I did have everything, but I wasn't really fulfilled. And like, maybe I didn't have everything. And you're kind of like going back and forth between these two, like, ideas where if you had just been able to reconcile, maybe you could have had everything or whatever that is. And then you get back into this like hangman energy. And after being in that hangman energy and like gaining your tools of enlightenment again, you go back to this like, oh, I've got an emotional new beginning, and you do this spiral again. And so your choice here now with your Two of Swords is to basically like, it's to trust your instinct. It's to trust your gut. She has two swords and she's blindfolded, but she can literally like fight a battle blindfolded because she's done it so many times. So this spiral is maybe an ongoing generational inheritance of like energies that you've been working through for maybe your whole life, like having different emanations of the same spiral of like outcomes. And you're finally able to like end this spiral by essentially, we had the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups over here with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So you're in this Knight of Swords right now, and you're being encouraged to like be in your Queen of Swords energy, like using your ultimate discernment and your sharp, like able to cut things out the way you need to. And that brings in this puts you in this like Knight of Cups, where you get your emotional new beginning, and also perhaps an emotional offer from somebody that's going to help you to finally see that you're out of the war. You're done with fighting the battle, and your whole country's been out of the war for like a while. You're like maybe experiencing some PTSD also, like you get triggered and you go into flashback mode, and it kind of resets this spiraling for you. And so the Queen of Swords is, especially in relationship to something like PTSD, is like being able to use emotional, or rather rational discernment in an emotional situation to understand like, I'm not there anymore. I know that like it's in my somatic archaeology, like those feelings, and it's coming up because the situation is subconsciously like reactivating those things for me. But like, I'm safe, I'm okay. And that's maybe what that anchor reverse was too, like just being able to understand like you're safe, and whatever you went through, whatever these maybe occult people put you through, or this sort of clique situation in either a work environment or even in your home environment. What was that? Stargazer Lily. That's over. Okay, yeah, surrender. Stargazer Lily is asking you to surrender to the unconditional love flowing towards you from the universe. Sorry. Let down the barriers surrounding your heart and surrender unloving thoughts about yourself, and allow yourself to receive. You're always enough. Right. So there was a big energy of receptivity in the first pull, with lust, with the Empress and the Queen of Cups. I'm going to read these two also. Nurturance and centering. Daylily is short-lived, each bloom fading after only a day. She reminds you to live in the present with a deep understanding that you cannot change things outside yourself. Daylily encourages you to live in the moment, to loosen up, and allow natural processes and flow to occur in your daily happenings. And then we have Lady's Mantle, Nurturance. Like being held in your mother's arms, Lady's Mantle brings feelings of gentle reassurance and joyful contentment to your body, mind, and soul, especially during times of upheaval and change. Know that you are loved and fully supported in all ways. You have all the inner resources you need to be happy and whole. Surrender, centering, and nurturance. Surrender. That brings to me that that war image again. Maybe you were a vet. This has come up before in our readings too. Maybe you're a veteran who's experiencing some PTSD, or you're coming home and having to sort of reconcile with the strangeness of like modern life, in seeing kind of the things that people get into survival mode about, like, oh my god, I can't have my morning cup of coffee, when maybe you've experienced something like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm going to live today, and kind of feeling like a cognitive dissonance between like what you feel is important and what the people around you feel is important, because you've experienced some trauma, some heavy trauma. And this is saying that you're out of the war. The traumas that you're reliving are just coming up for you to be healed, like coming up in a way that is allowing you to like shed light on them, but through receiving like nurturing, loving energy and forgiving yourself for whatever it was that you maybe did in your fight or flight instincts, or felt or thought, like the person you became. A lot of us, like when we're in fight or flight, we don't always act from our integrity or our ability to think rationally, or do what's best for ourselves or others, because we're in survival mode. It's part of how the like Third Reich was established, was through like enforcing food scarcity, essentially, so that people were in fight or flight and couldn't think rationally, and then they were exposed to television for the first time and kind of brainwashed. That I'm told that the patent for the television is actually like as a brainwashing device or a mind control device, which is not funny. I'm just awkwardly laughing. But I guess what I'm getting at is just that whatever you've been through is healing. It's being healed, and you're in a space where you're safe, and your mind is learning to accept that, as well as your body and your chakras and your emotions. This is the Phoenix stone. It reminds me of Scorpio, just because the exalted like form of Scorpio is the Phoenix. I got this like picture of a boat on water today. Here, maybe I can show you the sort of sunset part of it. And it was just like free on the side of the road, but I loved it. So I'm being called to encourage you, if you are near like a body of water or a lake of water, to enjoy the water, especially in these like liminal light times, like right before daylight breaks, or right before the sun goes down, which is also just an excellent time to go fishing. So if you like to fish, I feel like I know for me, like it has helped me to sort of, I don't know, recover some sense of balance. I don't even like catch fish. I actually like am terrible at fishing, but I like to just be out there at that time of day, and you know, I don't know, there's something, especially I think if you've encountered like life or death situations, there's something about the respect that comes from seeing a life for what it is. And I think somebody who goes fishing to eat their own food learns that respect. Like you learn to kill a fish quickly and like not put it through a state of suffering, because there's empathy there, and also an understanding that we have to rely on the lives of other things to survive. So if you're feeling, I think fishing is coming through because of that whole idea that you may be feeling like some sort of cognitive dissonance between like what people find important in the day-to-day versus like what you're feeling is important, or some need to feel like connected to the flow of like life and death in a very like primordial way. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you, Scorpios, and for whoever who's been watching that I'm channeling today, I hope that you can feel some sense of healing and peace and safety and contentment in your environment coming up. It certainly seems that that's available to you if you can be graceful with yourself and accept and receive Okay, thank you. Love you all. Bye.